Hey, Indianapolis Motor Speedway fans and NTT IndyCar Series fans, we're here with you once again. We've been having a lot of fun talking to some of your favorite drivers in the NTT IndyCar Series as we lead into the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. But now, leading into the Indianapolis 500 this weekend, we're with the most important driver, the guy who will be defending his win from last year here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Marcus Ericsson. Marcus, it's been a long year. You get to do it again. What are your chances of defending this year?
I think they're good. You know, I'm with Chip Ganassi Racing to start with. That's always going to give you a good chance. This is, you know, one of the absolute best teams in the sport. So I'm feeling good. We had such a strong year in the month of May last year, obviously winning the race, but, you know, dominating the whole month really. So obviously new year, new opportunities. All the other teams are going to do everything to beat us. But I'm liking our chances, and we have a dream lineup as well with, you know, me, Dixie, Palu, and then Takuma as well. So it's going to be a good opportunity for us again.
So we're taping this about 4 months from the Indianapolis 500. So a lot of things may have happened, but the Taku announcement, how cool is that? He is really, really good at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Has to help all of you.
For sure. I mean, he's a legend, and the last couple of years, or, you know, when he's been here in America, he's become an oval expert, right? Like, every time he's out on an oval, he will be a threat to win. And I think, you know, being teammate with him for the 500 is going to be a huge plus for us as a team, and he's definitely going to be there to win the race. So I think I was very excited when I saw it, let's put it that way.
So you win the Indianapolis 500. Scott Dixon, who obviously has won it, knows what it's about. Did he give you any pointers on what the year following that win would be like?
I spoke to Scott, I spoke to TK and Rossi and Simon and some of the past winners, and they've always said, you know, like, soak it all in. It's gonna be a lot, and it's gonna be awesome. Like, a lot of cool things, and that's been the thing for me. You know, it's been so many things to experience after winning the 500. I've been able to meet a lot of cool people and do a lot of very fun and memorable things that I'm gonna keep with me for the rest of my life. So it's you know, you might win that race, but then it sort of keeps on giving for so long after it.
So when you went into May last year, especially race day, you knew you had a good car, you're with a good team, but realistically, what in your mind, did you think you were going to win the Indianapolis 500?
I think that race, you know, the Indianapolis 500 is such a unique race, and it's so many things that can happen. I knew going into the race that I had a chance. I knew I had a car and a team, and I had myself the experience and skills to do it, but having that, there's a lot of guys that have that. And I think, like many people say, you know, the track chooses its winner. And I think that was the thing for me last year. You know, we had done all the preparation, we had everything there to win the race, but then, you know, the race, the way it played out, we had a plan, we stuck to it, and it came our way in the end.
So question, as the promoter, I kind of like that red flag that happens there at the end, because you want the race to end under green. As that red flag comes out, you're going to win the Indy 500 kind of at that point. The red flag comes out, bunches everybody up. You got TK just a couple cars back. You got Pato right behind you. What's going through your head? Are you frustrated? Are you mad? Or are you just focused on what's going to happen when the flag goes green again?
I didn't share your enthusiasm about the red flag, let's put it that way. I was very angry for a little while there because I felt, like you said, I had the race covered. You know, I had the 3-second gap to Pato. I was counting down the laps, and I knew the only thing that can stop me here is a caution or something like that. So counting down the laps, red flag came out, and then I see it's Jimmy, my teammate, and I'm like, how is this possible? Like, seriously? Like, okay, if someone crashes, but not my teammate. So I was a bit upset there for a while, but then I had Mike and Brad on the radio trying to sort of help me calm down, and they were, you know, getting me back to focus. And then I started talking to myself, sitting there, you know, those 10 minutes sitting there in pit lane, realizing, okay, I'm 2 laps away from winning the biggest race in the world. That was hard. Like, the mental challenge there, I don't think it gets much harder than that. But it was cool, you know, it's like you said, you know, it's now, after, it couldn't have been any better. You know, the way that race ended was amazing, and it just made it even better for me being a champion and winning it that way.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. I'm sure you were, with that lead, that 3-second lead, you kind of start knowing, okay, I just got to do everything right to get to the end, and I'm going to win this thing. Then the red happens, and it's an unknown, right? You don't know what's going to happen. So did it mean more, you think, after you've gone through that emotional up and down there over those 15 minutes?
I think so. I think, you know, winning the 500, whatever way you do it, you still, you know, it's still going to be you're gonna be worth the winner because it's such a special race. But the way I had to do it, it was almost like winning it twice, you know? Like I had it one, and then you have the restart, and all day, every restart, the leader had got past and, you know, on the next lap, because it's so hard to defend, you know, on the speedway. And for me to go out there and have that shootout with 2 laps to go, have Pato, TK, Felix all like swarming around me, and managed to keep them behind, I think it really made it extra special for sure.
So you're going down the front stretch. I think it was either a white flag lap or the lap before, and Pato comes to like he's going to make a pass. What's going through your head right there? Are you thinking this guy's going to stick it in there and we're going to both end up in the fence? Or because I was really a little surprised. I thought this is going to be an amazing finish right here. These two guys probably go side by side all the way through there. You got around him before you got to the apex of 1.
Yeah, I think, you know, it was one of those cases where I had decided myself that I'm gonna keep my foot down, I'm not gonna lift for anything. And I saw Pato getting the run and getting, you know, side by side, but I just decided to go for it and not let go. And I think in the end he decided to step out of it, which I think was a good decision, because I think otherwise we might have both ended up in the fence. But you know, it's those decisions. It's like you can't really plan them. It's just like a moment of, you know, heat of the moment, and you make those decisions. But it was very intense for sure.
So obviously you get to celebrate in victory lane. You get to drink the milk. You get the wreath, the Borg Warner Trophy, all those things that are very cool. But what was that lap like when you get in the car and you go around? You see how many fans that are still hanging around, wanting to say congratulations to you.
It was amazing. It was just so special to go around and just soak it all in. You know, see the speed, see all the fans. It was so many fans there waving, celebrating my win, and you know, to go around there and share that. Also having Chip there in the car, having Finn and my girlfriend. It was just, yeah, like I said before, it's so many moments of winning that race that, you know, follows you and that's strong in my memory. But that, just going around there, celebrating, waving, was very, very special for me.
So we got to unveil the Borg Warner Trophy with your face on it earlier this year, and it was kind of fun to watch your emotion and watch you look at that when you finally got to see that. What are you thinking inside when you look at that trophy? It's been there for 106 runnings in the Indy 500, and your face is there with the greatest you've ever run at the Speedway.
I still pinch myself. It's definitely one of those things that, you know, it makes it even extra special to have your face there. I think that's what makes it so unique, the Borg Warner Trophy, that you actually have your face and your name on that trophy forever, and together with all these other great champions. So for me, that's something that, you know, all my life I've been doing this. All my life I've been racing cars or go-karts, and to get to that point to win the biggest race in the world, it's, like I said, I still pinch myself, and it's such an exclusive and special club to be part of.
So you had a chance really going into the last race almost to win the championship last year as well. That's the one thing you didn't get to do. How important would that be to add a championship to you?
It's a very big focus for us this year. Like I said, we were leading the championship for a long time, was still in the mix there for the final race, but came a bit short, lost a little bit the last couple of races, didn't really have that edge that we needed. So was quite disappointed about that at the end of last year, but have used that as motivation here in the off-season. We worked really hard as a team. I worked hard myself to analyze and understand what we need to do better this year, and I really feel like we have a good plan, a good idea on how to improve, and I'm super determined to go and win that championship this year.
So final question for you, the Indianapolis 500 coming up, you've won it. Is there more pressure this year or less pressure?
I don't know. People have asked me that, like, is it more pressure now being the defending champion? I don't think it's more pressure. You always have a lot of pressure on yourself from within. And for me, I see it only as a positive thing. Being the defending champion, getting to experience it as the defending champion, I think that just makes it even extra special. Of course, it's gonna be more eyes on me, but I always thrive in that situation. You know, the more pressure I have, the better I deliver myself, you know, the better I perform, I feel like. So I'm just excited about being there, being the defending champion, seeing all the fans, and try to go back to back, because it's been a while.
Well, and I think that's one thing you'll notice as a defending champion, you're going to hear from your fans, and the people are going to really appreciate you coming back. Some of them haven't seen you since race day last year, so they get a chance to cheer for you when you walk out on the grid in practice, qualifying, and certainly race day. So there you go, race fans. Our defending champion trying to do it again to be the first guy to win back-to-back since Elio Castroneves did it almost 25 years ago, Marcus Ericsson.